These are the rarest free items in Fortnite. Starting off with the Cowabunga loading screen. Chapter 5 Season 1 saw a whole lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff pop into the game. And this loading screen features Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Leonardo striking a pose with their weapons of choice. It's pretty much a collector's item for whomever likes TMNT and could have been obtained from the Phase 1 quests in Chapter 5 Season 1. Next up is the Electric Shredder, a backbling that looks so inviting to shred with. This snazzy looking guitar was a part of Chapter 4 Season 3's Battle Pass, but like the free version, not the 950 V-Bucks one. It came in two styles, the regular Electric Shredder, which has the colorway of nacho cheese, and Rock Slide, which has an apple green taste, a color to it. Epic did a good job of making it look like something the legendary rock band Kiss would rock had it been a part of Season 3. Moving on, check out the Chaotic Plunge, an uncommon spray introduced in Chapter 4 Season 2, and I'm not gonna lie, it has a vibe to it. The spray was available as a reward for completing the Playwave quests, and it features a skin called Chaos Agent. I mean, come on, who doesn't like a dude in a suit with a hazmat mask on for bonus cool points, right? And a skin like Runaway Racer deserves a top spot in looks because just check out the customizations on this lady. You've got her default style, no hat style, no glasses style, no mask style, all off style. Someone at Fortnite was having a good time playing dress up with her, and they forgot to not make it an official thing for the skin. Anyway, I'm not complaining. She's got a signature and base look for Lego as well, which is really just her all geared up or in casual clothes. Runaway Racer graced us with her presence in the OG season of Chapter 4 and came as part of the Runaway Racer quest that asks you to stack up on account levels. No biggie. Also, a more straightforward but totally cool looking cosmetic was boris. The lore on this is that the boris is an ancient symbol depicting a serpent eating its own tail. It's something relating to alchemy. You can search up the details on your own, but the tail eating bit translates here very well. But of course, Fortnite gave it their own spin, and instead of a circle, we got the number 8, or a sideways infinity. Also, the snaky moves. Like when you have this back bling on, your scaly serpent will keep slithering in the figure 8 pattern until you get sent back to the lobby. Ouroboros was a free reward obtained from the Rebuild the Block quest in Chapter 3 Season 3. Careful not to stare at it too long, though. Reboot Rally has a trend of popping up some genuinely cool items. Tech Hacker is one of them. We got this pickaxe to bless the game during Chapter 5 Season 4, along with a back bling and colorway. The yellow on this shows off so well, and I remember going out of my way for this one just so I could customize my look with a touch of yellow. Yellowy hacky slashy! Another pickaxe that has a bit of jazz in its color is the legendary Blade of Insight, and as per its in-game description, it's found only in the winged realm of Livolia. Lots of heavy words for a blade with 2 small fairy wings popping out from its sides. The Blade of Insight was first released in Chapter 4 Season 1, and although it's now available for 500 V-Bucks, players could have gotten it for free by completing the Explorer quests that came with it initially. All about your timing. But if you're not really into regular pickaxes and would much prefer the dual-wield style, the Reckoner's blades are worth feasting your eyes on. They were added to the Reboot Rally roster in Chapter 5 Season 2, and I have to say the design on these is kinda sick. Red accents, claw marks, and a mean-looking eye on an otherwise white-skinned blade is just what I needed to stand out in the lobby, even if I'm getting taken down right after landing. Still cool. There's also quite a bit of free stuff players can get from Refer a Friend challenges. I'll admit, they're harder than Reboot Rally quests, but if you're giving me a skin like Xander, I will fight everything the game throws at me. Refer a Friend challenges popped up in Chapter 3 Season 3 and gave players a bunch of rewards simply for roping new players in. We're talking stuff like Double Dew Spray, Oasis Wind Back Bling, and the end reward was my dude Xander himself. A cool guy with a hoodie and glowy eyes. Who doesn't like that? On the emote side of things, we've got Burn Bright. Acquiring this emote was such a grind because the quests associated with it were too long, in my opinion. The special thing about this emote is that it's one of the very few that show your rank in Ranked. Yes, I said that twice. Also, Mavis had such a sick look to it, but for a good bit, I honestly didn't know what it stood for. But I am here now to confirm Mavis was part of a collaboration with a content creator with the same name. And by redeeming the code for Mavis, players got the Mavis Mark Spray, this very red emoticon, and some helpful XP, all in Chapter 3 Season 4. Looks like items belonging to any series automatically get punched up in price. I'll defend my argument with the Marvel series pickaxe titled Spider-Ham's Mallet. Even though Fortnite took a wooden, cartoonish small hammer and slapped a Spider-Man logo on it, that didn't stop them from giving it a 1,000 V-Buck price tag. But those of us who were keeping an eye on Chapter 4 Season 2 would know that this pickaxe went up for free in the Web Battles event, along with the Spidey 2099 logo spray, Miguel's Glare, and Put Her There emo. Let's move on to the Winterfest Bush Ranger. This funky looking dude has leaves for hair, so that bumps him up to rare in rarity. He was obtainable in the 2023 Winterfest presents on December the 25th. Duh. Last year's Winterfest was actually pretty cool. You had a whole theme going on, 14 free gifts, including 2 outfits, and many winter-themed items coming from the locker. The perfect vibe to cause some chilly mayhem on the island. Granted, I don't know if this was a step up for Fortnite, because in 2022's Winterfest, we got the ultra-cute sled-ready Guff. I could honestly see this guy as Fortnite's version of Baymax. He was released in Chapter 4 Season 1 as part of the Winterfest presents. In total, we got like 17 free rewards for completing the quest, but my eyes were dead set on guff. I mean, come on, just look at his cute little antlers. Also, honorable mention to the Sledge Cracker pickaxe, which was part of the same set of free rewards. There's nothing as crazy nor scary looking than having a nutcracker face on a pickaxe, complete with a mustache and sparkly eyes. This pickaxe fit in perfectly with the entire theme, and if I wasn't using it to smash objects, I'd run up really close to my friends and stuff the axe in their faces. Not a very pleasant sight, but that's the point. Get nuts! On the summer end of things, you could instead opt to rock the Starfall pickaxe for clear summer night skies. Or at least that's what the description on this thing says. Starfall was yet another generous addition to the Reboot rally quests in Chapter 4, Season 3, and personally, it was another reason for me to revive the old gang, because I'm not giving up on a weapon of destruction that looks so colorful and cheery. Let's move on to Manda, Orochimaru's reluctantly summoned companion who doubles up as a very awesome looking glider. Manda was first released in Chapter 3, Season 3 as a free reward for the Nindo challenges. Any Naruto fan would have ninja sprinted across all challenges just to get this aerial snake to glide them across the map, but if you didn't get your chance then, Manda occasionally pops up in the item shop for 1200 V-Bucks. It's a steep price, but if you want to honor your ninja way, you better get this. Star Wars fans were treated to something really special when the Sith Infiltrator dropped as a free reward for completing the Find the Force quest. I remember these were part of the Star Wars event, complete with its own mini-pass. The quests honestly didn't take up a lot of time, or maybe I was just too heavily invested because I wanted to use the same spaceship that Darth Maul rocked in the official series. Evil looks so good, even when it's on a loading screen like Light vs. Dark. The first Galactic Empire quests were very giving with the whole cosmetics giveaway, so expect me to go on a whole spree with the Star Warsy stuff. But Light vs. Dark holds a special place in my heart because it depicts Anakin Skywalker, Padme Amidala, and if you squint your eyes really hard, you'll spot Darth Maul in the distance there too. There are a few other characters featured too, but who cares as long as we get to see the stars of a prequel from a galaxy far, far away. And now that we are on the topic, this same pass, if completed all the way, gave you a nice shiny stormtrooper to celebrate the Galactic Empire. These guys are always the first to get taken out by any Jedi, but I always appreciate their commitment to the cause, and using one as my go-to skin was something I did for a good bit of time. Hey, if anything, it beats purchasing this guy for 1600 V-Bucks from the item shop at least. I'm not spending that much money on a henchman. Next up is Tesla's very own Cybertruck. Yes, I know it's in the item shop for 2800 V-Bucks, but before you come at me, did you know that you could have obtained it for free by completing the summer road trip quests? Chapter 5 Season 3 had these quests lined up during the summer, and they included not just the Cybertruck, but also tons of other goodies like the Holiday Jam Track, the Sunsign back bling, and Cyber Wheel and Cyber Camo to deck out your truck with. The Island Originals from Chapter 3 are a pretty rare sight now, considering a handful of them have been scrapped like the Recon Raider. It consists of a whole boatload of recruit skins from Chapters 3 and 4, many of which noobs love to rock now. My notable picks are the Stealth Specialist, Ballistics Tech, and Battalion Brawler, who's really just our boy Jonesy dressed up as a Boy Scout. The scrapped skins that were a part of this set are now ultra rare because there's no way to get your hands on them now. Also, Rocket Racing has its own version of the recruits, though all these guys are uncommon in rarity, unlike the Peasant Island Originals I was talking about. You've got cool looking dudes and dudettes like Frontrunner, Dragster, and Motorkana, all ready to get engines vrooming and tires popping. Oh, and Jonesy is in here again as Slick Tire. Dude's an Easter egg at this point, and I won't bore you with the same recruits for the Fortnite Festival, but what I will show you is a snazzy looking guitar called Dusklight. It was available as a free reward in the Season 5 Festival Pass and is part of the Neon Encore set. Honestly, because of the lights on this thing, I may have spent a pretty penny just to keep it to flex on my mates. Say what you will, but Fortnite is always extra generous whenever seasonal events roll up. The case wasn't much different when we had Fortnitemares in 2020. The Midas Revenge challenges gave us a ton of free cosmetics, but one particular item, the Smasher Lantern, really got through to me, man. I mean, just look at it. The perfect item to thump people around with and look extra spooky doing it too. And if spooky isn't your thing, you could always go mystical with the Unmaker. Another Fortnitemares exclusive pickaxe that looks extra fire because of its whole living metal theme. It looks liquid, but it's metal, you know? Like an extension of the T-1000 from Terminator 2. That freak was entirely liquid metal and refused to give anyone a rest for the entire movie. The Unmaker won't do that, but hey, you could go extra toxic and keep swinging it for the entire game. Players snagged this bad boy for free from the Fortnitemares 2022 quest and spent the rest of the season looking uber cool with it. Another item part of Fortnitemares Midas's Revenge was the Bobo back bling, or as I like to call it, the Murder Monkey. Look at those eyes and tell me I'm wrong. Spookiness aside, I liked the detailing on this thing, so it's fair that it got bumped up to epic level rarity. Sadly, that was the only time we saw Bobo, but I have a feeling that Fortnite might throw in a Bobo skin at some point later on. Heading back to winter season, Snowmando was part of the Operation Snowdown quest that ran from December 18th to January 5th of 2021. I appreciate how Fortnite doesn't shy away from taking a literal glob of snow and making it go full Rambo. There's just something about watching a snowman with a carrot nose run at you in commando gear wielding a gun that spews Easter eggs. You can't get more festive than that. But on the more casual fun side, we have Take the Cake, an emote that was given for free if you managed to log in on Fortnite's 3rd birthday. This was a super sweet gesture by Epic to celebrate what a massive success their game had been, so everyone got to celebrate by holding a massive cake during Chapter 2 Season 4. It was up for grabs only on September 26th, 2020, after which it was gone forever. Fortnite's plagued with different modes, and we all know how creative players and even the developers at Epic can get. Impossible Escape was an LTM I still can't get over. Think of it like running for your life, and whoever survived the danger and reached the chopper for evac won the escapist glider. Pretty similar to how you get an umbrella for your first win every season, but with this LTM, getting to the chopper was no easy task, so I was pretty happy with my glider. PlayStation likes to throw Fortnite a bone every now and then, but in this case, they threw a whole pickaxe instead. The Wild Accent was up for grabs for whomever completed and ranked high in the Fortnite Celebration Cup Solo, which was a 2-day event in February of 2020. It's still purchasable in the item shop for 500 V-Bucks by itself, or as part of the X2 Twins locker bundle for 2,400. But bagging this baddie for free was a whole nother feeling of accomplishment. Another tourney reward was the Tart Tycoon, obtainable by nabbing 10 points in the free Fortnite Cup. This was held back in August of 2020, and man, when I say free, I mean everyone was eligible to drop in, so we had servers going crazy because of this. It was a whole rush, but also super fun. Throw in a skin that didn't take much grinding to get, and everyone went absolutely bonkers. So if you're a Twitch fan, you're no stranger to Fortnite drops that have a habit of showing up at the least expected time, like the Champions Shield, which was available as a drop on Twitch from May 6th to May 9th in 2022. That's like 3 days to wake up and snag the backpack, and if you didn't, well, it is now in the item shop for a forgiving price of 200 V-Bucks. Coming in hot from the Gaming Legends series and a regular attendee of almost every match in Rocket League is Octane. On a pickaxe, the Octane Whomper was a reward from the Llama Rama challenges in Rocket League. Back when Fortnite hadn't so aggressively gobbled up the entire theme of Rocket League, these two games promoted a healthy set of challenges in both games where players played for rewards that would unlock in the other game. So for Rocket League, we got a bunch of items that unlocked in Fortnite and vice versa. The Octane Whomper was a particularly impressive addition because a Rocket League fan couldn't have asked for anything better. The entire Octane car on a stick, perfect for whomping around with. And lastly, let me take you all the way back to 2018, Season 3. Not many of you may know this, but Havoc was a legendary skin you didn't need to spend a single penny on just so long as you had Twitch Prime. All subscribers needed to do to claim this stealth commando was link their Twitch account with their Epic account, and that was it. Havoc would be waiting in their locker ready to drop in. There were a few other goodies too, like the Sub Commander skin, Backup Plan back bling, and a very covert ops looking glider called Slipstream. Quite cool.